What free things online should everyone take advantage of? 1auto.com. It is a car parts supplier, but their videos show exactly what tools you need, what parts you need, and how to do a repair yourself. Great money saver if you don't know much about mechanics. Someone I knew was going to get screwed by their mechanic. $700 for a water pump replacement. Showed them that. They did it themselves for $30. It makes it quicker too, knowing what tools you need ahead of time for your particular car. Edit. I agree they're not the best for parts. This was just about their videos. For parts, rockauto.com is great. If you need an item quicker and have an advanced auto nearby, order online and pick up in store. They almost always have a coupon online for at least 20% off, which you can apply and pick up in store. Around 30 minutes later, you'd save quite a bit versus just going in and buying. Last edit. For those that are not mechanically inclined and do not want to mess with it, use repairable.com when you receive a quote and make sure the price is reasonable. It will give you a pretty general idea of what you should be paying in your area. It's not 100%, but will help keep you from getting ripped off. Unfortunately, there are a lot of shops that will take advantage of a situation. Not saying all, of course, but that way you will know for sure. Thanks for the silver, as well. Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. If you have a child younger than 5, send an age-appropriate book once a month. It's amazing. I have so many books for my daughter since I signed up and she loves getting them in the mail. https://imaginationlibrary.com/ edited to add it is not available everywhere, but it is worth checking to see if it is available in your area. Thank you for the silver. Much appreciated. Skiplag.com for flights. It's so good that United sued them and lost. They essentially exploit the pricing manipulation that airlines use. Example, if you want to go from Phoenix to Atlanta, sometimes a ticket from Phoenix to Ft. Lauderdale connecting through Atlanta is cheaper. This website finds those flights for you. Just don't check in a bag. Edit. A succinct article highlighting tips and risks. Summary. Use it sparingly and you'll be good. Edit 2. The website's created an AMA 5 years ago. I used to work for American Airlines. If you do use this, make sure you have a completely separate reservation for your return flight. Once you miss a segment of your flight, airlines will usually cancel any other flights on that reservation because they assume you won't make them either. I always love the opportunity to be able to talk about http://archive.org because it is such a wonderful and free resource. It has millions of free downloads for music, movies, books, software, etc. One very popular example is that it is home to a very large catalog of Grateful Dead recordings. There's also the Internet Arcade where you can play a lot of classic games along with the console living room which is similar. They have access to tons of old PC games too and you can even play the original Oregon Trail online. It also has the Wayback Machine which has archived more than 396 billion web pages saved over time so you can go back and see how websites were years ago. For example, here's Reddit on July 25, 2005, a month after it was created. I will always upvote LibGen. My first 2 semesters of college I went through Amazon, on-campus bookstore and then discovered LibGen because of Reddit, meaning I bought maybe $150 worth of textbooks for the rest of my undergrad totaling only about $500-ish for all 4 years. Unfortunately it doesn't work for everyone since more classes are having online access codes nowadays. My roommate was spending $1,000 on textbooks a semester solely for the access codes because his business classes all used them. Edit. Mods removed the original comment because it linked directly to the website which is probably against Reddit ethos. It's called Library Genesis so hopefully isn't hard to find. Alternatively, PM me and I can PM you. Edit 2. Just to clarify, this is piracy and not just cheap textbooks or anything, and there is the chance that they won't have your book. The link for the download doesn't work. Keep trying the provided mirrors if one doesn't work. My 90s TV. This is more of a novelty website, but I think it's pretty cool and you can lose yourself for hours with nostalgia. It basically uses YouTube videos to simulate watching TV in 90s, and you can specify what year you want and what categories you want to see when you change channels. There is also a My 80s TV and a My 70s TV. This is so freaking cool. I love how seamless it is. When flipping through channels, it picks random videos based on the channel programming, and it does not always start at the beginning, just like a regular scheduled TV. Awesome. Edit. I've been checking this out only for a few minutes but already have been introduced into new music I love, that I've never seen previously, and also seen commercials for movies I want to watch, also that I have never heard of before. Totally different way of traversing the YouTube rabbit hole. It made me aware of the suit against Equifax for leaking my data, and that should be a settlement worth over $100. It won't be because of some bullshit around how it was set up. There's a cap on how much total money will be given, and that amount will be divided between all the people who signed up. The settlement set aside a total of $31 million to give to affected people who signed up to receive the $125. That means that you'd only get the full $125 if 248,000 people or less signed up. There were 147 million people who qualified and could have signed up. If even just 1 million people signed up, then you're only getting $31. If 5 million people signed up, only about 3.4% of those affected, then you're only getting $6. They stated that sign-ups were overwhelming, so I'd bet the number was even higher than that. Doctor, you'd be lucky to get $5 from it. I'd be on somewhere around $1. In other words, the Equifax settlement that exposed you to identity theft will likely give you less value than the Red Bull settlement that gave you a case of Red Bull for free, which is a giant fucking middle finger to all of us poor people. There's a very simple cheat code to win the various connecting random Wikipedia articles to each other game. Almost every article will have a link to a country in it. Almost every country's article will have a link to their involvement in Wii. From there you can get to almost any other country, and then just reverse engineer your way back to whatever the second topic is. After I realized this, playing the connect a random Wikipedia article to Hitler game is no longer any fun. It still can take some figuring out to connect two different random articles, though. Use Khan Academy for literally everything. It's free knowledge that you can use to clip out of university courses, or to simply invest your time in a worthwhile topic. Free quality education is best education. Edit. Holy crap, I go to take a nap and this post has both the most upvotes I've ever gotten, and my first Reddit silver. 2 of them too. Yeah, all are awesome. I think I'll start reading through the responses now. And now platinum. Holy moly. I'm at a loss for words. Thank you. Edit. Oh my god, you all have some great ideas. It's incredible how such a small comment can spark such interesting conversations. Definitely. Back in 2012 I was taking a chemistry class. At age 60, I had a lot of problems figuring out the proper formula for certain calculations. Being a nurse all my life, I was very comfortable with algebra and equations. Well, these were not equations. My brain didn't want to go there. I struggled for a while. I found Khan Academy towards the end of my class and I was able to pass the whole course with a B. If you're at all interested in learning 3D modeling or animation, check out Blender. The program is entirely free and just received its latest update to 2.8, which makes it super accessible to new people. A search on YouTube would also lead you to find tons of free tutorials to try and maybe build a hobby on. There are also loads of free add-ons and lots of other content from other Blender users. The Blender Stack Exchange is really active too, so if you get stuck on trying to make something, feel free to ask and you would usually receive an answer in very little time. A few financial ones. Please note, I am not affiliated with these in any way. I just use them and really think they are great tools for managing online shopping, budgets, and life. They all have free apps as well. Privacy.com is awesome. I absolutely love their service. It allows you to credit cards on the fly that are site-specific, set a spending limit on them, make them one-time only, etc. So you can literally create a separate credit card for every single site you shop on, and be very comfortable in knowing that if they get hacked, your card isn't compromised. It's also super handy for free trial but must enter CC type things. Mint.com, great budgeting site from TurboTax, so if you have problems with them, don't use it. It allows you to create a budget, then automatically categorizes transactions from linked accounts to show you how you are doing with regards to your budget. It's easy to set up and adjust, and really helps to monitor where your spending is going. LastPass.com. Everyone should be using unique passwords for everything, which means you need to remember them, which is impossible. LastPass.com is a great tool that manages them for you. YouTube. You can learn whatever craft or skill you want to learn for free, from A to Z. You just need to know how to find the good material. By website, you can look up all kinds of medical research, and if you are thinking about doing a surgery or something that isn't that necessary, you can look up data and decide better rather than spending a shit ton of money asking specialists and just see a doc when you've made up your mind. Google Scholar wants to slam you anti-vax Santa at Christmas this year. Google Scholar can help. They have a bunch of articles about vaccines. Bored and need inspiration for your next research project? Go to Google Scholar. Not sure if climate change is really a thing? Google Scholar has plenty of articles that prove it exists. Anyways, Google Scholar is so important because people need to see what an actual scientific study looks like, what actual data looks like, and a real explanation on why the data matters. Please, educate yourself. I know a lot of them are hard to read, but practice. You'll be so more informed about how stuff works. I can't stress this enough. If you want to be a web developer, do not, for the love of God, pay to go to an institution like a college or university to learn this. There's so much free info online, and should you need an instructor, then do a paid online bootcamp for sure, but it should still be cheaper than tuition and textbooks. The reasons why you should DIY this endeavor are: the info you learn at a college, uni is always outdated. Doing self-learning is like 95% of the job. In other words, if you can't teach yourself to do web development, then you have no business making it a career, cause it's gonna be this almost all the time. mTurk. I generally spend an hour or two per day on it. I can make a pretty good amount of money per day depending on the tasks that are available. The most I've made in a single day, $7 and some change one day just from tasks. Of course, some days are on the lower end, even just $1 or $2 in some cases, but all that little money you earn every day eventually adds up. It's perfect for getting a little bit of extra money when you have some free time, like me. mTurk is also like the first legit way I've found to make money doing surveys, but surveys are not the only tasks available on mTurk. All the other ones I found always seem to be scams of some kind. Trello. It's a lightweight online Kanban board used for prioritizing tasks. mostly in software development. I'm not even a technical person. I use it for absolutely everything. I have a Trello board for household tasks, personal grooming, exercise, work, etc. You basically create lists and cards which you can drag and drop between lists. I usually have lists for no deadline, due this month, this week, tomorrow, today, in progress and done. You can mark each card with labels to denote what it relates to, add comments and attachments to each card, as well as deadlines, checklists and tags. Want the whole family to chip in with chores? Easy. Add each of them to the board and tag them in things that need doing. Want your list to reset at the end of every day? Great. You can make a one-click automation for that. It's really easy to divvy up tasks into small chunks and track progress, plus you can look in your done list and see exactly what's been completed. Use Bing with a Microsoft account to use Microsoft Rewards, a rewards program that rewards you by doing searches, doing quests and weekly emails that give you at least 50 points. With points, you can redeem them for gift cards, donations to charities, and giveaways. 1,000 points equals $1 in gift cards, donations, while one entry in a giveaway costs 200 points, 5 is 500, and 25 1,000 points. Giveaways range from Xbox One X bundles, $1,000 gift card to a store, special trips to events like the Super Bowl, a tour of Microsoft headquarters, etc. It's really nice, and some emails from Microsoft have some limited surprises, like recently $5 to the Microsoft Xbox Store. Overall, it's why I use it over Google. People are always shocked when they learn about the scam I run. First, I went to my local library and I got a library card. They give you one for free. All I needed was a license. Once I got the card, the game was afoot. I downloaded their app and had access to an insane collection of ebooks, audiobooks, and music, and never paid 1 red cent for it. Then, I went into the building, got a stack of books, a stack of DVDs, a stack of video games, and all I had to do was scan that card they gave me for nothing. And I walked out with it all. All you have to do is return the stuff on time and they never charge you a thing. These idiots have no idea how much they're just lending out for free. I listen to free audiobooks with my library card through Hoopla. Every library is different, but most offer a similar service. Check with your local library and see what's available. I get 20 books per month and the selection is fantastic. They also have language lessons which I found to be very helpful in introducing my child to speaking Spanish. Your library is awesome, and most of it is available online now, so take advantage of it. The company Autodesk has made their art program Sketchbook completely free. I've been using it for a year now and it's the nicest digital art program I've ever used. So many different tools like rulers, symmetry, guidelines, animation flipbooks. There's the Sketchbook Extras store where you can download free brush sets made by real artists who use the program. You can save the files to PSD, so I've opened files in multiple different programs with my layers intact. It's like GIMP but streamlined for art and there's almost no learning curve. It's so comfortable to use. Awesome for anyone, especially someone who wants to experiment with digital art without committing to buying a program. As an aside, I love finding affordable alternatives to big-name brands. If you're interested for an alternative to Wacom tablets, Hawaiian tablets on Amazon are amazing, and cost a fraction of a Wacom. I have a GT191 that has a massive drawing screen, and comes with 2 tablet bands plus a glove plus screen protector. It's sturdy as hell and has a really good display. Lol, just an FYI. edX. It's a collection of all the online courses offered by universities around the world. It used to be completely free with an optional donation, but now you only get a certificate if you pay for the course. I think it's $10, I might be wrong. It has courses from Harvard, Stanford, MIT, and several international universities from Australia, China, etc. I've done a 4-part astrophysics course on there and it was brilliant. I've also done courses in immunology, biochemistry, physics, quantum physics, urology, and neuroscience. I've seen language courses on there, as well as coding, calculus, literature and so many other subjects. There are even courses taught in French, Spanish. Well, that's all I could recognize. I'm sure there are other languages too. I've seen some that look like they're in Mandarin but I can't read or speak Mandarin so I might be wrong. Anyways, there's lots to learn and the courses are well laid out.